Hello, lovely people. I hope you're well and enjoying the changing of seasons, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern. I just got back from a pre-winter getaway in Greece, which was amazing. Feeling very grateful to have the freedom and means to travel, obviously, but I do really need to get better at speaking whilst collecting content, so this is why we're going with another voiceover. Like with any travel, there were some bumps along the way. Flights delayed, hidden insurance costs, and on the second to last day our car broke down. Not ideal, but the extra insurance cover ended up being a blessing because a new car was delivered very quickly. Our flights home were even cancelled, which gave us an extra day in Greece and extra legroom on the way back. Of course, there was a moment of panic when the car broke. I'm human, but each little disruption became a lesson in trusting things to work out, often better than I could have planned. And that theme of trust, of allowing rather than forcing, ended up shaping how I experienced the whole trip. We explored Crete and, oh my God, honestly, stunning. It's the second time I've been there, and this time explored more of the southern coast. Imagine rugged off-roads, remote beaches, and little towns. Our days were filled with hiking, driving, swimming, eating, reading, slowing down and disconnecting. Therefore, my cup is feeling very, very full. All of the food this trip was insane. The little spots we hunted out for meals were very special. One of the places we stopped at was in this tiny little mountain town whilst we're on our way to our next accommodation. We walked in and I wasn't quite sure if it was a restaurant or someone's kitchen I'd accidentally wandered into, but it had 2 tables of men who looked like they'd just had a hard day's work with plates of food around. There was a friendly exchange of yasas, and we were invited into the kitchen to look at all the pots and pans he had filled with lots of delicious things. He didn't speak a word of English, but he made us up lots of different little plates and we rolled out of there with very happy bellies. One of the best things about Crete is the people. They have this cheekiness to them. They're incredibly hospitable and absolutely lovely people. So it's a rave review from me. I read something recently that talked about the concept of why we holiday. Is it to escape your daily life? Is everything unbearable into the next holiday? I reflected on that and could happily say that this was not the case for me, but the thought was interesting nonetheless. Got me thinking about why I like to holiday. What I love about travel, simply put, is trying new things, spending more time in nature and disconnecting. All of which are things I can actively try to do more of in my daily life. Whether it be a phone-free Sunday, a weekly nature walk, or finding new experiences in the city to try. Travel for me is quite literally a vehicle to shift into a new version of myself. To me, it feels like a portal, a way to step out of one version of myself and into the next. I also see it as a beautiful opportunity to shift energy inside of me, around me, to awaken new experiences and versions of myself. One of the books I was reading whilst on vacation was Vipassana meditation. It talks about liking and disliking things and its links to suffering. And instead of having a preference, become an observer with no predisposition. For example, a baby crying in close proximity. Instead of getting worked up because it's disrupting your time, simply observe. Because more often than not, your disliking of the situation is likely to be what's upsetting you more than the actual baby crying. Easier said than done, I know, and this is just an example, but the noticing and having awareness around such things has been a fun topic of conversation throughout the trip. This was also my first alcohol-free holiday, and honestly, refreshing is the word I would use to describe it. I had more clarity, more energy, and felt far more present in the little moments, whether it was a morning swim, a quiet moment, or a walk. Something else I explored whilst away was mushrooms, which I've used before as a tool for self-reflection. I know it's not for everyone, and I'm not here to encourage or promote anything, but I like being transparent about the practices that help me reconnect with myself. For example, it wasn't about escaping or numbing. It was about opening up space to notice, to feel, and to reflect. And the most refreshing part was how much more present I felt afterwards. No hangover, just clarity and curiosity. I'm in a season of asking myself, what supports me to live with more intention? What expands my awareness rather than contracts it? This trip was a reminder that there are so many different ways we can access presence and connection, whether it's travel, time in nature, or sometimes tools that invite us deeper inward. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you're enjoying these, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you again soon. Ciao!